Don't be so childish. It's a jab, right? It's a cut. But why? Because children are at a lower stage of development, aren't they? They are developmentally challenged, immature. That's what we are taught, right? Children are really lesser, less smart, less intelligent, less capable. And children are certainly treated this way in our society. They are talked down to, scorned, mocked, and often mistreated by adults. And this treatment is multi-generational. Old and young adults treat children as inferiors. It is passed down. Children are ignored, commanded, and disciplined without explanation. Because I said so usually suffices. They're not even given the dignity of an explanation in many cases. Where did this treatment of children begin? To answer this, we have to turn to the field of child psychology. Would it surprise you to know that this field of study started with Charles Darwin, the father of the yet unproven theory of evolution? Two of his writings, called The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals from 1872 and from 1877, A Biographical Sketch of an Infant, both of these writings postulated that the expression of emotions in human children is no different than that of animals. Is it any wonder that the result of Darwin's work was to view the growth of a child similarly to his own ideas of evolutionary theory? That childhood was similar to the stages of evolution through which Darwin said that mankind had passed. That children are an underdeveloped, lesser species, so to speak, than adults. And please don't underestimate Darwin's absolute callousness, even towards his own son, whom he refers to in these writings as it. The next big influence in child psychology is Sigmund Freud, followed by his daughter Anna Freud. And Freud is the psychologist who taught us that all children secretly want to have sexual intercourse with their own mother. Of course, this viewpoint skews our modern perceptions of children and normalizes ideas of both child sexuality and pedophilia. This paved the way for deranged psychologists like Alfred Kinsey to do horrific sexual experiments on children and babies. Yes, babies. The work of so-called doctors like these has led to our modern views on the progression of children in their early years. As animals, as perverts, as lesser forms of life. Fathers barely have anything to do with their children now, and mothers talk to their kids in fake high-pitched voices, the same voice with which they used to speak to the family dog. At what point did we as a race start treating our children as subhuman? But what if they're not? What if all we have learned about children is not true? What if they are not dumb, but as intelligent as adults? What if they are just as developed emotionally, mentally, and spiritually as you or I will ever be? Sounds far-fetched? There's probably at least some part of you that says that that cannot be true of children, even if you simply don't reject the statement outright. But what if I told you that the only thing that separates adults from children is experience? You are probably saying, no way, that can't be all. But it is. As soon as a child is born, it starts learning through his or her experiences as time progresses. All skills and speech are learned by experience through interaction with others and the world around them. After languages or forms of conceptual communication are learned, then more learning can occur by conceptual and not direct experience. For instance, a mother could warn a child not to touch a cup of hot coffee, and the child does not have to touch it to know that it's hot. The concept was learned through communication. So in this way, the amalgamation of a child's experiences and responses to those experiences are the sum of his or her level of learning. They were never dumber than their adult counterparts, but simply did not have the experiences of the adult from which the same learning could have occurred. They were not underdeveloped, but simply underexperienced, to which the only remedy is time and interaction with others. So how does this change the way we relate to children, the way we relate to our own kids? Not as an equal in everything, but perhaps as an equal in the journey of life. They are at a place in the journey that we used to be, and we are at a place that they will be someday. Is this something to be looked down on? Should we talk to them in a high-pitched voice as we do to animals? Or should we talk to them the way that we would like to be spoken to, with a soft, firm voice that resonates with truth and guidance, one that helps them on the path of life, or one that hinders them on that journey? I encourage you to deal with all people, young and old, consistently, realizing that all are on the same journey, yet at a different position along the way. And that the only thing that you should be doing in your interaction with another person, no matter the age, is to help them move forward to the next positive step of their journey. For any of us to do anything less is truly subhuman. If you want to change the world, start by the way you treat other people.